I love it. Your workplace pet peeves. For me, the Chad Hartman pet peeve about the microwave not being functional at the workplace, I don't care. 0% care about it. Let's lay on some of your pet peeves at 651-461-9226 before I share what has provoked me to the level that I put it on our employee survey every year. My pet peeve is when people don't clean up the toilet or courtesy flush when needed. Corollary from another texter, urinating everywhere except in the urinal. Dan, the men's restroom on our floor is in bad need of renovation.
And by renovation, you mean a stick of dynamite.
It's seen some things.
I don't think at this point, I think you just got to tear it all down to the studs and start over. I don't think there's any renovation at this point.
Well, we're about to embark on a bathroom renovation in our Maple Grove house.
Oh, yeah.
And you know the only way to do it is to tear it down to the stud.
Right.
It's not cheap either. Bathrooms are very expensive because it's a lot of tradespeople. You got a plumber, you got an electrician, you got a tile layer. Little spots. You can't have everybody working simultaneously, so it takes a long time, all of that. I did notice the executive bathroom on the third floor has been renovated.
Oh, it's lovely. Cambria, the whole bit.
Oh, interesting.
They're only here like 3 days a week, so it barely gets used. But yeah, it's great.
Back in the old days for me, up the street at the TV station, I used to get the mop and the bucket, and I would mop the floor of the men's bathroom because the floor was so sticky from splatter. Men are disgusting.
That's true.
A lot of bathroom issues. Workplace pet peeve, cheap toilet paper. Another texter, years ago when I started employment at a hospital in Florida, the nursing supervisor told me if I used the last of the toilet paper in the women's bathroom and didn't replace the roll, she would put it on my annual evaluation.
Wow.
I mean, that is interesting. Is it every person for themselves when it comes to replacing bathroom supplies, or do you figure like the building will take care of it or the company will take care of it?
Well, in our
Not
case,
purchasing it, but like doing it physical.
In our case, there's a group of custodial engineers that take care of that sort of thing.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even know where to go to find.
Is that what we call them? Custodial engineers?
I thought it was a pretty good term. I figured they'd like it.
What I don't like about the office, says a texter, is when the work wife is crabby because I don't need it there and at home. Yeah, I'm going to avoid comment on that. At my workplace, not a single person in the generations following Gen X knows how to recycle. So I have no idea what those kids learned in school.
We've sort of solved that problem here at our place.
I will tell you, if you have never been in the office at night when the crew comes through to empty the waste baskets.
And the crew are lovely people, by the way.
As someone who's worked in the early morning hours and seen how that works, and also has worked in the 3 to 6 p.m. hours and seen how that works, I can tell you that workplace recycling is among the biggest shams of the history of shams. And we live in Minnesota. I mean, we know a thing or two about fraud. But workplace recycling, you may have different bins.
And we do.
And we do.
Yeah.
But when you see the cleanup crew come around with one bin, you sort of know how that's going to shake out. Same guy would bring in an entire box of banquet chicken, put it in the microwave, and spend a half hour eating it up.
Wow.
I worked for the airlines for 30 years. Early on, we had a guy, and I won't give names, Dan Dudley, that used to cook salmon in one of the break rooms.
No.
And it would stink up the hallways of the whole concourse down below where the workers were.
I mean, fish is bad. I mean, any fish is bad, but salmon's one of the worst.
Coworker used to eat a can of straight tuna in his cube daily. Also a firing squad offense. Yeah. The tuna, I used to do tuna until I smelled it, Not great.
Yeah, not good.
My gripe is this. Texture said, I stayed in the van just to hear your gripe and you never paid off the teas. I was trying to get you to the half hour. I was trying to get you to 29. And wait for it. This has irritated me so much. It's been on my employee survey for 4 years. The water out of our faucet in the kitchen, the drinking water, is to be charitably described as lukewarm. And it's disgusting.
Heavy on the minerals, can we say?
It is a fully loaded water situation.
Yeah, it's not good.
But water should be cold. Drinking water should be cold.
Yes.
And now I am for sure spoiled at home because we have the reverse osmosis, the Culligan. And it's so good. And here at work, now we have, doesn't Chad have like a water?
Well, and we used to have
sponsor?
a deal with a sponsor where we had the 5-gallon jugs and the whole bit out, and there's a couple different spots in the building that you could go get very good water. Not anymore, and not for a while. It's been.
I just like it to be cold. I'm not even upset about the taste of the water. I'm not trying to water sommelier on the bit.
I'll be honest with you. There were like 5 things that sprang to mind when you suggested that you had the one thing you put on the survey every year, and that wasn't
you didn't
any
guess
of
it.
Water wasn't any of them.
But I get a drink of water every day, and every day it makes me mad.
Yeah.
And so this is the thing about the workplace, right? It's always the little stuff. The big stuff, you're like, I understand why we don't have enough people or why we don't have a bigger marketing budget or whatever.
I thought, computers could be a possibility. The hole in the floor where you stand every day was a possibility.
That's a great.
The trim around the edge of the walls that you like to, and then the paint on the walls you like to complain
about. It is true. I have offered, you can confirm or deny this.
Okay.
But I have offered to come to work on a weekend and paint the studio.
Yeah,
and
you did.
Fix
you have
the
done
trim.
That. Yep, you have.
But
you offered it in a way that suggested that there would be other people joining you in this effort.
I feel I could rally some people. Not you.
No.
I understand where you are on this.
0% chance that happens. I mean, if they want to pay me time and a half, I'll come in. I'll paint all day long.
Andrew says men's restrooms should just have a Metrodome trough and be done with it.
I was at a graduation ceremony yesterday. That's why I wasn't here, at Mariucci. And it had been a minute since I'd been in Mariucci and didn't realize they still have the troughs in Mariucci. I was very happy to find that out.
You were happy to use
I was, because it's sort of a nostalgic thing at this point, because you just don't have troughs. Like, they even took the troughs out of the state fair. You don't have troughs there anymore. I mean, it's just, it was just, oh yeah, this is a fun little memory.
Do you like the trough just because you're so gifted in that arena? You have no problem with stepping up?
I'm not going to comment on that on the air.
It's a reasonable question. I think this has been can you make a dub of this half hour and just send it to the Marconi people?
I can't see why we wouldn't.